This past summer I was working in a warehouse for almost every single day. I worked from the end of June until the very first week of September. I got orders and I made sure that they were fulfilled. The warehouse I worked in was quite big. There were 4 aisles, with an A and a B as one aisle, and G and an H being the 4th aisle. And there are 6 different levels to each aisle, with the top level being 30 feet up in the air. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm 6'3". Imagine 5 of me. That's quite a lot. I can tell you that it's quite an experience looking down 30 feet and feeling your own mozzarella. At the same time as all the puny humans are moving about the warehouse, there are very big forklift trucks called reach trucks, called that because they can reach all the way up to the top deck and take a pallet down and then move it down to the bottom deck. And this summer I almost died because of one. I was finishing up my order in the H aisle and I was deciding the best way to move my pallet would not be to approach from the side but to go in the back. So I moved around and now I'm stood roughly right of the centre of the aisle. 10 seconds after I decided to move there was a crashing noise, a yell, and then something smacked me in my forehead and I felt something brush down my left side along my leg as well. I promptly screamed. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've been shocked by movement, noise and pain all at the same time, but the resulting noise is something like "Ah! Ah!" A rush of what I assume is adrenaline and a desperate need for a hug. What actually happened beyond the sensation I've just described to you was that a large black plastic box on the B deck, so about 2 meters up in the air, had fallen off from the aisle to my left because some driver in the aisle F, which was behind aisle G, had pushed something that pushed the other thing and pushed it off the shelf it was on. What I'd felt was the pallet on top of the black box come crashing down and brush down my side, and the boxes on top of it had hit me in my forehead. Boxes of Heinz baby juice. Didn't even know they did Heinz baby juice until I started working there. 6 tiny plastic bottles about that size and a cardboard tray about that big, weighing no more than 2 kilograms, and I got hit in the forehead by one. I was bleeding, but for all intents and purposes I may as well have picked a spot because it looked like I'd done that. There is a none more pathetic way to be bleeding, none more mundane way to be bleeding. Before I had screamed, nearly everyone came rushing to see. My boss, my team leader, the driver, the wife of a team leader, their pet turtle, and my friend who did first response on me, which was essentially to see if I was in shock, was I able to see, and was I bleeding? No, yes, barely. He told me later that my scream was so loud that he had been afraid they'd have to take me straight to hospital for an emergency sex change. Great joke, Leo. Everyone was still very concerned about me and about what happened, mainly because I'd started giggling. If I'd been stood 6 inches to my left, I would certainly have a worse injury than I did then. I nearly died, and everyone is still shocked about what happened. I'm bleeding, and I could very reliably be going into shock, and I am giggling my ass off at the sheer insanity of it all. I had a revelation that night that I needed to live more. But that revelation hasn't applied very much recently. I spend most of my time in the past weeks on YouTube, not doing the work I need to be doing, not creating anything, not being productive, not going out and having as much fun as I need to be doing, because that's what life at uni should be about. Work, mainly, but I'm not even doing that, just doing nothing. Instead, I sit and watch YouTube videos all day long. So I decided that if I'm going to be on YouTube, I'm going to at least create something for it. Thank you for watching that video. I've been George Seabrook and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please do the thing with the vertical placement of this digit on your hand, you know, vertically like that. If you really like my voice and face, then you can subscribe to my channel. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you not like my voice and face? There's a viewfinder right there, so yeah, I get it. If I get around to getting more videos done, that's great for you because you get to see more of my voice and hear more of my face. And if I don't, then still great. I gotta go now though, guy. Or gal? Mouse. I'm gonna go with Mouse. He's come out searching for cheese. Now he's here. Welcome to my thing. Night.